Now for our hot topic of the day, sponsored by Burger King. We are over a week away from Alabama taking on Oklahoma in one of the college football playoff semifinals, but the teams are already talking. The Crimson Tide are averaging nearly a whopping 48 points per game, while Oklahoma's defense is one of the worst in college football in yards allowed. Despite all that, an Alabama offensive lineman gave the Sooners deep props yesterday, saying, quote, they're a really good group. They're going to pose a lot of challenges. So, Skip, what is your reaction?
So, I don't laugh out loud very often, Mr. Sharp, but I laughed and I laughed and I laughed when I read this young man's assessment of my Oklahoma Sooner defense, because this comment would have had more credibility. It would have rang more true to me if he had said the same thing about the Citadel defense before they played the Citadel. Because trust me on this, the Citadel, and Alabama hung 50 on the Citadel after a little bit of a shaky, slow start in the first half. They hung 50 on the Citadel, which has a better defense than Oklahoma has. And I watched every snap, because I'm born and raised a Sooner fan, every snap they played this year. And it was the ultimate wow, whoa, roller coaster ride all year long, because Kyler Murray so deserved the Heisman Trophy for carrying the worst great team defense in the history of college football. This pass defense ranked 129th of 130 schools in America this year. This pass defense allowed the most passing yards of any school, of all 130 schools this year. And I had to sit and watch down the stretch as this defense went to Lubbock and gave up 46 to the backup quarterback at Texas Tech, and then gave up 47 at home to Oklahoma State, and then 40 Kansas. The lowly doormat Jayhawks, I know they had a little resurgence this year, but they went to Norman and scored 40. And then at West Virginia, the Mountaineers put up 56. Will Greer could say, I think I'll throw it to him for a touchdown. Or no, you know what? He's open. I'll throw it to him. He deserves one now.
530-plus yards.
Come on. It's laughable what they're saying. And again, I'm sure Nick wants his robots to say
they're not robots.
They're robots. They're all robots, except for Tua. He's not a robot. Or Jalen. They're not robots.
Well, let me ask you a question. Yeah? Where did he learn that from?
I don't know.
Coach Belichick. Oh, yeah. You know that. Yeah, I love how you talk about you pretend like you didn't know that. You knew that.
I did not know that.
Yes, this is lip service. But you show everybody respect. You respect everyone. You underestimate no one, and then you should be okay. Kyler Murray is the type of quarterback that can give them problems, Skip. He can run, he can throw.
He is, and he will.
Yeah. Manziel and the Cam. But defensively, the question is, can you get a stop? In order to beat Alabama, you need to be physical. Georgia had them on the ropes because Georgia is physical. Kirby Smart has built Georgia in the mold of Alabama.
And by the way, Kirby Smart is really smart.
He's really smart.
On coaching defense.
Ohio State, team that beat them in the bowl, they were physical.
They were physical.
With Lee and Joey Bosa.
And Zeke.
But you got to play that brand of football now. If you just think you're going to play fluff and, we're just going to outscore you, we'll get, no. Because I believe, as great as Kyler Murray is, I believe that the Tide defense will stop him once or twice. The question is that you have, and I'm sure a lot of other people, can Oklahoma stop them once? Because we've seen them rear their head. I mean, they came up big against Texas, and they got the safety. Against West Virginia, the defense didn't make two big plays. But on average, teams go up and down the field. And Alabama is a physical offense. They can run. Now, Tua threw 37 touchdowns. Yeah, they can throw the ball. But they can pound you, too. And so,
I'm sure that will be the idea, pound. Just pound away, control the ball, control the ball.
because all things being equal, Skip, you don't really want to be facing Kyler Murray. You want to limit his opportunities, don't you? Yeah, you feel you can get him out the field a couple of times. But if he's not on the field, he can't score. And I don't believe Oklahoma has the type of defense that can put Alabama's offense in jeopardy. But I do believe this game, especially early on, will be a lot closer than people think. I know people think this, at the half it's going to be 42-10. I don't see that happening.
It just depends. Whatever St. Nick wants. He can name it. Just name it. Call it.
Stop it.
You want to be 42-10 at half, he can do that if he wants to.
No. We just want to play a nice, clean ball game. That's what Coach Saban says. Coach Saban says, look, we play our brand of football. We take care of the ball. I can live whatever results that come along with that. But we're going to play. We're going to put pain on people. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you put pain. This defense has suffered enough.
Ooh, they've
had pain inflicted every game.
The thing that I love about Coach Saban, Jenny, the thing that I love most about him is that, I got 4- and 5-star recruits that's backups to the backups. But he never just rolls the ball out there and says, okay, let's just go play. The coach, they're disciplined, and he coaches them up. And they don't underestimate anybody. If you beat Alabama, you beat that's like the Patriots. If you beat the Patriots, you beat a very well-coached football team. Now, every once in a while, we see them get out of character. We saw the Patriots get out of character against Pittsburgh with the 14 penalties. But normally, that's not the way they play. Coach Saban, every once in a while, you see them, they get hands and they, get a couple of penalties. But that's not normally how they play. But I've been waiting this one. I've been waiting for this game for a long time.
What will it prove?
He wants to
matter.
Because I got tired of you talking about Trevor Knight. In 2014 in the Sugar Bowl.
He hung 40 on you.
You hear that, Coach Saban?
Yikes.
You hear that, Coach Saban?
Yeah.
He remember that.
But that was after the kick 6 game, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they'd mail that one in?
Yeah, because we couldn't go to the national championship. We ain't worried about nothing.
So I'm going to say this again about Kyler Murray. As spectacular a college football quarterback as I have ever watched is Kyler Murray. I can make a case he had the greatest single quarterback season in the history of college football, and that's saying a lot. But if you think hard about it, find a better one than he had. And I love Deshaun, and Deshaun wasn't putting up these kind of numbers during the regular season. He just saved his best for last. Coach Saban got his right between the eyes twice in the national championship.
Lamar Jackson said, hold on, wait a minute. Did you see I had like 60 touchdowns in 2 years?
I got to tell you, throwing it and running it, I just don't know if anybody's ever done better than this kid did this year. And he had to keep overcoming the worst great team defense ever. So can he hang 35 on St. Nick's defense? I believe he could get to 35.
That's not going to be enough.
Okay, well, obviously it won't be enough. That's with one big asterisk. I don't know about Hollywood Brown. It looked like he was gone for the year at the end, and they are keeping it very close to the vest, under wraps. But he had some debilitating foot injury that required him to be carried off in the cart. And they're saying, well, maybe, maybe not. We're not sure. I'm going to lean toward maybe not. But even with, they got some young receivers who are pretty good. I don't know if they'll be able to live up to this, stand up to this spotlight in this defense. But I still think he can score 35. And I think Tua and Jalen, I'm sure Jalen's going to get a lot of time. I think they can score 60 or 70 if they feel like it. Now, again, if they want to just take the air out of the ball and just run it and run it and run it, maybe it'll be a little lower than that, and Kyler's total would be a little lower.
Right.
Because I had to sit and watch Army just run all over. They went up and down the field. They didn't throw it at all because they don't throw.
They don't throw.
Yeah, but they just triple option you to death. And again, it's hard to prepare for, but this defense can't stop the run either. Trust me on that.
Yeah, you got to be Alabama. They go probably.
So I want to congratulate you prematurely, but I want to congratulate you. It's over.
No,
it's over.
No, I ain't doing that.
You're on to the finals.
I'm not buying it.
Over.
I'm not buying it.
It's over.
I know what he's trying to.
But what about Lincoln Riley? Are we underestimating? I know he's an offensive guy, but he is one of my favorite, truly, and he's impressive.
To your point, I love him calling plays. But he has to take some responsibility as the head coach for this defense.
Agreed.
Some, right? I mean, aren't you overseeing 100%. The whole show?
Yeah.
Right?
But he's had this extra time, which gives me hope. I don't know. I
don't know.
He had the whole offseason. He had February. He had the summer.
Yep.
At some point in time, here it is. You have what you have as players. So I don't. You come up with scheme all you want to.
I don't know.
At the end of the day, you have what you have.
Right.
And you better be physical. Because that's one thing Alabama pride themselves on. You hear Coach Saban, he says we weren't physical enough. They will be physical.
Physicality. I think,
on to the national championship game for Bama.
Can't
Roll Tide.
He's trying to jinx.
I don't like to look ahead.
I mean, isn't it obvious that Alabama's going to play Clemson?
It's not obvious. There's no obvious in sports.
Yes,
that's a good point. Nothing is just given.
Thank you.
Which quarterback was less deserving of a Pro Bowl spot? Shannon's guy.